from that point would be, once you have your protein consistently high, it's just making sure your fat and carbs are not both elevated, right? Like we need one or the other higher than the other. So some people are going to do better on a higher fat diet and lower carbs. That's what I prefer to do for the most part. But there are times I like to have higher carbs in my diet. So sometimes, higher carbs and lower fats. And the reason is your body's going to use one of the two, either fats or carbs, as its preferred fuel source. If you have a lot of body fat on your body, your body sometimes can tap into that as energy. But if your insulin is all over the place and it's not regulated, then it's going to have a difficult time doing that. And that's why we see people with diabetes, people with having to, eat sugar or get rapid sugar into their bloodstream, is because they literally can't produce it very well. And regardless of how well they try to eat on a diet, they're going to have cravings. But even if they willed their way through and they ate the way they should, it's going to take some time, and it might not ever be able to be resolved unless they address the root cause, right? So like, okay, now you have your protein down pat and you've been there consistently, and you get your carbs and your fats in a good spot. And again, this is where I say it: protein plus carbs plus fats equals your calories. So now you have all three variables down. Okay, now you can know exactly like this is going to work for you, right? But first you have to get your body to that point where your body fat stores are low enough where you actually can be receptive enough to derive these nutrients, pull them into your bloodstream, and actually use them. Because if you're just eating food, you're just eating dairy products, and you don't tolerate dairy well, then like your body is literally just gonna take that, put it through the digestive tract, and it's gonna, sorry this is TMI, but come out the other end, and that's just as simple as it is. Same thing with gluten. If you have a gluten intolerance and you're eating gluten, pasta, these sorts of things all the time, bread, like things that your body doesn't respond with, your body is literally resisting it. It's like, imagine you had two magnets and they were like the same force, right? Instead of being polarizing and opposites that connect, it's a plus sign and a plus sign, right? They're going to literally resist, and it's not going to work, and it's just going to go through one end and out the other, right? And so you need to understand that there's so many variables that come into play. But the best way to do it is, okay, find that baseline and then work your way up. So you've worked your way up, right? You're in a pretty good spot.